People's Assembly is warning politicians it's becoming one of the biggest concerns for elderly people. Here's our Holyrood editor, Colin Mackay.
One of the few certainties in life is death, but an increasing cause of concern for older people is being able to afford their own funeral. In 2005, the average funeral cost £1,800. Today, it's almost twice that.
Giving older people a bill of £3,000 or £4,000 at a vulnerable time in their lives is bad. But while we welcome it, there are some other things we want too. We'd like to see a bit more direction in funeral directors and showing the cost up front.
Large groups of older people are often seen touring the Scottish Parliament. Today they came to the Scottish Older People's Assembly with a list of demands.
They want to be able to say how they want to be looked after.
Costs are going up and the money is reducing.
Social Justice Secretary Alex Neil came armed with a promise to review funeral costs and a pledge never to review pensioners' bus passes. He knows the power of the grey vote.
If you look at last year's referendum, for example, something like 90% of all pensioners voted, and that's fairly typical of a general election as well. So inevitably, politicians pay attention to what pensioners say, A, because we care, but B, because they vote. Younger folk don't vote in the same numbers as pensioners.
But next May there'll be some new kids on the voting block, 16 and 17-year-olds in their first Holyrood election. They'll have demands too.
Everything from the environment to rural affairs, all the way down to equalities and employment, and we'll have, we'll be working with all the parties to make sure that young people's voices are heard.
Right now, every interest group in the country is drawing up their list of demands. They've got until about Christmas to try and get it into next year's election manifestos. Colin Mackay, STV News.
Scotland's crisis-hit police force has launched a recruitment campaign to find the success